boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting and informative lesson in language arts. Today, we'll be looking at subject-verb agreement. Here are the objectives we hope to achieve at the end of today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify and use subjects and verbs that are in agreement. Apply subject-verb agreement rules to their writing. First, let us define the words subject and verb. The subject is the person, place, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. The verb tells what the subject does. Here are a list of subjects that you might come across when you are reading your stories. Roy, mother, Mr. Black, policeman, Sue, Mrs. Brown. Now take a look at subjects of places. Jamaica, downtown, Trelawney, next door, Portland, England. And subjects of things: pencils, chalkboard, carpet, kitchen, eraser, ribbon. Now let us look at a sentence and see how best we can identify the subject and the verb. The dog chases the cat. What is the subject? What is the verb? Let's discuss. The dog is the subject of the sentence. It tells who the sentence is about. Chases the cat. Chases is the verb in the sentence. It tells us what the dog does. There are a few rules that you must bear in mind when looking at subject and verb agreement. Take a look at the first rule. If the subject of a sentence is plural, the verb also must be plural. Plural subjects. Remember, plural subjects tell of more than one person, place, thing, or idea. For example, branches, trees, countries, towns, boys, children. All of these represent more than one. Now, let us look at how to make nouns plural. Today, we are going to look at one of several ways. Making nouns plural. Plurals of most nouns are formed by adding s. For example, the words basket, restaurant, and dancer all form their plurals by adding s at the end. So for basket, the plural is baskets. Restaurant, the plural is restaurants. And dancer, the plural is dancers. Now that we have looked at plural subjects, let's now take a look at plural verbs. Plural verbs do not carry the letter S at the end. For example, run, eat, tap, sweep, work, jump, chase, and sleep. All of these verbs are in their plural form. they do not carry the letter S at the end. Now, let us examine a sentence that has a plural subject and a plural verb in it. Remember, if the subject is plural, then the verb must also be plural. The boys skip along the street. The boys is the subject of the sentence, so it must take a plural verb. Skip is the plural verb, so the sentence reads, the boys skip along the street. Here is the other rule. If the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb also must be singular. Now take a look at singular subjects. Singular subjects tell of only one person, place, thing, or idea. For example, child, girl, town, branch, dog, it. Now let us look at singular verb. Singular verbs carry the letter S at the end. For example, chases, tastes, taps, sweeps, eats, and jumps. All of these verbs have S at the end. Boys and girls, when we are speaking or writing, we must ensure that our subjects agree with our verbs. Now, let us look at some writing tips, bearing in mind that the subjects and the verbs must be in agreement. To make a subject plural, you usually add a S. For example, car, cars, monkey, monkeys. To make a verb plural, you normally remove the S. For example, writes, write, sleeps, sleep. In our reader, the story Dance, Polly Dance utilizes subjects and verbs. You will notice that all the subjects and verbs are in agreement. Now, let's look at two sentences from the story. The first sentence, they watched the judges arrive and take their seats. Judges arrive and the word take are underlined. Judges is a subject. Therefore, it must take a plural verb. Remember, the plural verb does not carry a S at the end. Therefore, the verbs arrive and take do not have S at the end. Now look at the second sentence. Polly likes to dance. Polly is a singular subject, so the verb in the sentence also must be singular. The word likes is the verb in the sentence. It carries a S at the end. Before we go, let us look at the activities that you will be doing in your groups. Group 1, you're going to use these words to make sentences on your own. Pass, catches, and brings. Group 2, Identify the subject and the verb in each sentence. Your teacher will provide you with that worksheet. And group 3, select the correct verb for each sentence. You too will be provided with that worksheet. Now let us review our objectives. Did we identify and use subjects and verbs that are in agreement? Did you apply subject-verb agreement rules to your writing? Yes, we have done all of those. So, boys and girls, until I see you next time, be sure to make your subjects and verbs agree when you speak and when you write. Take care.